At Quality Care for Children, we know the importance of having strong relationships with children to help them thrive. Today we're at Royal Roots Barbershop here in East Point, Georgia, to talk to fathers about the importance of being present, engaging, and intentional in the lives of their children. Welcome to the Dad Effect.
I love you, Dad.
My name is Mohammed. We are a family of 4. I have 2 beautiful daughters. One is 10 years old and the second one is 3 years old. Fatherhood to me is just being there with them as a friend, whether it's a happiness or an ordeal. Just be with them, be part of their laughter, be the one to wipe off their tears. I found out about quality care of children through YMCA. I was actively looking for child care, a good child care for my 2-year daughter, so that someone could be there who can take care of the kid with the meager resources, and yet we can pursue our dreams. At YMCA, they recommended us to QCC, and we applied for the scholarship. And in a very literal sense, Boost Scholarship from QCC helped us to achieve what we thought was just a dream. I have a very fixed routine. So we wake up early in the morning. That's the first thing which I really want to instill in my kids is they need to persevere. And we just leave the house at 8, just like a regular family. But as soon as we come back home at 5, then it's just my daughter and me. If somebody really wants to meet me, he has to meet me with my daughters. So they are kind of an integral part of my daily life. How fatherhood changed me is a very difficult question because when I became father, I was very young. And at that time, I wasn't prepared. But if I look back now, fatherhood actually made me learn spirituality, how to connect, how to listen, how to deliver, and how to be just present with the people you value the most. As a father, if you really want to be a fun father, you really need to be a silly. I myself is a scientist, so I try to do some of the silly science experiments to encourage their curiosity. I think at their early ages, my main aim was to just make them explore the world. They don't need to decide right now whether they're going to be a doctor, whether they're going to be an astronaut, whether they're going to be a chef or a painter. They just need to explore. They will find their calling ultimately. The second thing I do is I keep them pushing and learning new things, new language. Maybe I'll just start asking them meaning of the words in different language, because I myself can speak almost 4 languages, which really helps them to get intrigued into those specific languages. I will try to ask them with the deeper questions as well at a very early age to just increase their thought process, even though it's beyond their conscience, but still. Reading, storytelling, just talking to your kids. What I do is I religiously follow storytelling when we are driving. They have to tell me a story, whatsoever happened in their school. Especially for the younger kids, like my 3-year. As soon as I started doing that, she's so good with her sentences, and I can see her vocabulary is enhancing. If you make your kids read books at the very early ages, 3, 4, 5, the rest of their life, you don't even have to worry whether they will be indulged in other bad habits. It's just going to be their hobby. One advice I would give to fathers, which I think really helped, is don't try to teach them that you already know and you're just trying to teach them. Try to make them realize that we are in this together, and you're learning out of me and I'm learning way more out of you. I hope one lesson my children learn out of me as a parent from us is perseverance. It does not matter at what stage of life you are. It does not matter in which circumstances you are. It does not matter how good or bad you are. Perseverance should always be there. The values which I really want my kids to carry on as a tradition, it's not something which I planned, or honestly, we never dwelled onto it. But I really think that they should be considerate, they should be respectful, and they should have patience. What I see in the younger generation is, because of all the social media and the fast-paced life, I know that's how we evolved, that's how every generation evolved. But the upcoming generation is going through such a drastic change. They need to learn the art of patience. Everything comes at its time. For all the fathers, you'll do your job from 8 to 5. But when you will be showing up for your kids, trust me, it will be an encouragement in itself to you, and you'll feel that you have achieved something. One advice I would give to fathers, which I think really helped my kids, try to make them realize that we are in this together, and you're learning out of me and I'm learning way more out of you.